Long ago, an old woman lived on a small farm in the countryside of England. She had worked all her life with her husband. They once had wide land, wheat fields, and many animals. After her husband passed away, life became hard. Her knees hurt, and she moved slowly. Her son and daughter-in-law lived with her. The son had changed. He was impatient and often angry. The daughter-in-law was lazy and slept most of the day. The old woman still tried to help, but she was tired. One night, the young couple whispered in the dark. "If we continue like this, we will starve," the wife said. The son replied, "Mother must leave. We need this house for ourselves." The next morning, the old woman heard loud noises. She walked outside and saw her clothes, blankets, and shoes thrown onto the ground. Her son stood there, cold and silent. "Mother, you must leave," he said without looking at her. The old woman's hands shook. "This is my own house," she whispered. But the door closed in her face. She sat on the step and cried until evening. What the couple did not know was that she and her late husband had saved money for many years. She had hidden it in a small iron box buried near the old barn. That night, she went there, dug into the soil, and found her savings. With this money, she could start again. She walked to the next village. A kind farming family recognized her and gave her bread, tea, and a small room for the night. The next morning, she asked if there was land for sale. "Yes, there is," they said. She bought a good piece of land. With help from neighbors, she built a strong wooden house. She planted wheat, kept chickens, and lived a peaceful life. A young neighbor boy often helped her with chores. He was respectful and kind. Meanwhile, her son and daughter-in-law grew poorer. They did not work, and their house slowly fell apart. Their yard filled with weeds. They argued often. They still believed the old woman had nothing. One day, the daughter-in-law walked far to find work. She reached a beautiful new farm and knocked on the door. The old woman opened it. "You?" the daughter-in-law said, shocked. "Yes," the old woman replied calmly. She begged for work, saying she had no money and no food. The old woman agreed to hire her, but with one condition. "You must not tell my son that this farm is mine." The daughter-in-law nodded quickly. "I promise." She worked hard every day. The old woman never treated her badly. She only asked, "How is my son?" "He is fine," the woman always answered, even though he was not. One morning, the son followed her. He was surprised to see such a large farm. He entered the yard and saw his mother. "You have all this while I suffer," he shouted. "When you finish shouting, speak to me," the old woman said quietly. The son demanded money, the house, anything he could take. The old woman gave him only a few coins and closed the door. The couple wasted the money quickly. They soon sold their old house and land. They believed they would inherit the new farm after the old woman passed away. But the old woman had already made her decision. She wrote a will. "My farm will go to the young boy who helped me when I had no one. My son shall receive nothing." When she passed away, the village buried her with respect. The son and his wife came to claim the farm, but the neighbors told them the truth. Everything now belonged to the boy. Shocked and ashamed, the couple left the village. No one saw them again. So friends, remember this. Even when people push you down, you can rise again. Your value is not decided by those who mistreat you. With courage and self-respect, you can rebuild your life. Kindness grows. Greed destroys. Choose strength. Choose dignity. Choose your own path forward.